Hey geographers! Today we're going to be doing a quick and easy erosion experiment that even you can do at home.
Okay, we're gonna introduce ourselves one by one. First is the most important, so. Okay. Oh, I'm Samantha. I'm Sabrina. Okay. And Mena. I don't know. Okay, that was so gross.
Okay,
So, the purpose of this experiment is to see which type of rock is most susceptible to erosion.
So, which rock do we think is gonna be the most?
Susceptible.
Yeah, sedimentary.
I think sedimentary too.
Yeah,
Okay, we agree on
Okay,
that.
so-
T.
Why do you think sedimentary?
because it's literally sediments.
And it's
Yeah.
already broken up, right?
So it's easier to break
Whereas the
apart.
other exams are solidified.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, we think it's sedimentary rock that's gonna break apart the easiest and fastest.
Yeah.
Materials you will need.
Okay, are just at least one of each type of rock. So one sedimentary, one metamorphic, one igneous. Preferably more in case something goes wrong. But yeah, and then also a container with a clip-on or
Screw-on lid.
cap.
Let's jump right onto the video.
So here are our materials. We have our container that we're going to be shaking these in.
We have a sedimentary rock.
An igneous rock.
Huh?
Oh,
A metamorphic
a
rock.
metamorphic rock.
My phone.
Okay, so
What are we starting with, guys?
so procedure. So first we're just going to be looking at the rocks, and as you can see, this one is sedimentary because you can see the different types of sediment in it that are just compacted together.
Can you see it? Can you see
Can,
it?
can I explain the igneous?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the igneous rock. As you can tell, or see, I hope, it's very porous. And this is what happens when extrusive igneous rock forms. So, the reason it's very porous is because it cools down very quickly, leaving the air no time to, escape.
This one is the metamorphic rock, and we know it's metamorphic because it was labeled metamorphic rock. So
So what are rocks?
and why are there different types? Well,
Interesting question, bro. Like,
right?
that's so interesting.
Okay, well, pretty much rocks are classified depending on how they are formed. For example, sedimentary rocks. How are they formed? Okay. So pretty much water, wind, and ice break down rock into sediments.
Sediments are then compressed and compacted all together.
Via pressures from above, such as bodies of water and rock layers.
And that makes sedimentary rock.
Period.
Okay, then, however, igneous rock is formed from a different way.
There are two types of igneous rock, one being extrusive and the other being intrusive. Extrusive rocks are magma from coming outside the Earth's surface, which cools quickly, making it more lighter and more porous.
However, intrusive igneous rock is formed a little bit differently. It's when magma forms little pockets in the crust and cools down, usually making it denser and a lot more compacted.
Metamorphic rock. It forms when igneous and sedimentary rocks undergo immense amount of heat and pressure.
You just learned the rock cycle, and that was the process of how rocks keep forming and forming all over again. And now we will go on to our experiment. Next, what we do for the experiment is basically put the rock into this and shake for 15 seconds.
Then we'll take them out and observe each one and see how much they've broken apart and see which one broke apart the most.
So this is a very, very quick and easy experiment.
For this experiment, you need Tupperware. So what you're gonna do is place the rocks into a plastic container and shake for 15 seconds.
Then after we finish shaking them, we're going to take them out and observe each rock to see which one broke apart the most.
Okay, 5 seconds each.
1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds.
Go. Here you go. 1, 2, 3,
1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds.
Okay, what do you think
broke apart the most?
Yeah, which one do you think?
I'm gonna say igneous.
Cause that's gonna be
Yeah.
soft.
No.
I say metamorphic.
No, I think
I'm
igneous.
different.
No, because I don't know. I saw a lot of I just heard a lot of cracks in there. I looked in there. I saw a lot
And
of
because
brown
it's
stuff.
like porous, it's so easy to just like.
That's so true.
Yeah,
I really
yeah.
forgot about that.
rock. I feel like it'd be different.
Let's see the results.
Okay.
Why is my hand like that?
Yeah, oh my god, it was.
Ooh, wait.
Unless.
I'm also
Just a metamorphic broken apart.
So really, sediment just didn't break at all.
How did sedimentary not
It
break?
really didn't break.
I know, we're dumb.
It's literally metamorphic and igneous.
So as you can see from here, we were completely wrong.
Yeah. The igneous broke apart the most, I think, with metamorphic coming in a close second, and then sedimentary just hung
Stayed
in
the
there.
same. It's crazy, but why would I don't understand why.
Right? I feel like it also depends on the types of rock, because if we got an intrusive igneous rock, it'd be different, and if the sedimentary rock was less compacted, it'd probably be very different too.
And let's take a closer look.
Period.
Okay, now, next we have to do this several more times. So 15 seconds, just keep going. Ready?
Can you count?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and these are the results. God, am I weak? Oh!
Literally, it was.
Literally,
all
it's the
of
same thing. Wait, what,
Yeah.
am I confused?
it was literally the igneous rock that broke.
So it's the igneous rock that ends up breaking the most, as you could see.
yes.
PSA?
We have another segment for you guys. So, since we think that the results might be different depending on how the rocks were formed or the type of rock, we decided to do this again, but with different types of rocks. The same 3 types with different types of rock, because we have a lot.
Yeah, because we rock collectors gang.
Okay, so these are with our new rocks, and we're gonna just start.
5.
Okay. Ready, set.
Oh my god!
Ready?
Okay, what do you think the result? I think it's gonna be the same.
Yeah.
Igneous.
What if it's not?
If it's guessing why?
No, not igneous.
I'm
No,
not igneous.
because we used an intrusive one.
Oh.
Maybe.
So what? Metamorphic?
I think so.
And this time, yeah, maybe. actually
Metamorphic, maybe. Or
Because if-
sedimentary.
Because
I
I
lost-
feel
I
like
lost-
it's so like compacted together that it's used to
It's
like.
just, yeah. And
You're so
I lost my
right.
faith in sedimentary after that first time, so I'm gonna try saying metamorphic.
Yeah, same.
And the results are in. It is
Metamorphic.
So metamorphic.
That says a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, because last
So
time.
if you're okay, so if you're trying to compare,
Now we're gonna do it again, 15 seconds each.
meaning each person does 15 seconds, guys.
Here you go. Okay, do we think it's metamorphic again?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see the results. Oh my god, I can't. Why? Okay. Oh, it's very cracked, guys. But
Wait, it's
Oh!
metamorphic and the what's
And
that?
sedimentary.
Yeah.
damn.
Okay, so sedimentary is not totally unbreakable because we thought.
I've been correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're gonna talk about our observations.
So if you take our first results and compare them to our second results, this is how it would look like.
In our first experiments with the first set of rocks, we can see that igneous rock is the one that broke apart the most, probably because it was porous and extrusive. And then there are some metamorphic rocks that broke apart, but
Very minimum sedimentary.
yeah. However, in our second experiment, you can see that the one that broke apart the most was the metamorphic rock.
If you take a look at our second results, you will realize that sedimentary and metamorphic were the most broken up.
Oh yeah, the reason the igneous rock in the second experiment didn't break up as much as the others is because it was intrusive in comparison to the first experiment, which the igneous rock was extrusive. Period.
So because it was intrusive, it had a longer time to cool down, so there was time for the air to escape and for it to be really compacted, which made it stronger.
What did we learn?
Rocks are actually pretty fucking sick, man.
Yeah. So like, which one do you think is actually the strongest in a real life situation?
We found out that sedimentary was.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the most part, from what we saw.
We kind of underestimated it because we thought it was sediments compacted together, but because it was sediments compacted together, it held up the strongest.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed
Crazy, man.
Yeah.
Why didn't we think it was? Honestly, why didn't we think it was sediments? We sound like hippies. No, why did we think it was sediments? Like, okay, why didn't we just think like, okay, something like
That's
like
not as
igneous
compacted.
let's think about like an extrusive igneous rock. Why didn't we just think, oh, it's porous, it's gonna break, like there's already holes there. It's
Yeah.
easy to break stuff when there are holes, right? Like something as hard as that instead of like sediments.
But I think what also surprised me was the one that broke in both situations was metamorphic, and metamorphic is put under heat and
Yeah.
pressure. So you would think,
a large amount of it.
yeah, you would think, oh, it's not gonna break, but that's literally the one that broke in both situations. So
That's crazy, man.
yeah, and I think it really does depend on the type of rock because intrusive and extrusive igneous rock are very different when it comes to how strong they are.
Plus, a little bit of the sedimentary rock in the second experiment actually broke up.
Yeah,
So,
but the first one I guess was just like compacted more.
yeah. There's not much of like scholars, you know. Like, you have
Yeah.
to appreciate such a thing.
We start collecting rocks now. No.
Yeah.
No.
Thanks to
You
Cass.
said I didn't start.
What?
Yeah, so pretty much you can do this experiment at home.
If
It's
we
really-
can do it, you guys can do
You
it.
definitely
But like we
can
broke
do
a
it.
container, so
Yeah, it was really, you have to think about that first.
Don't plan on using this stuff again. So if you have your own rocks at home and you want to find out which one is the strongest, do this experiment. It's quick and easy. Just
it's fun.
yeah, we had a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah. Very quick. Yeah.
Cricket.
In conclusion, our hypothesis was incorrect. We predicted that the sedimentary rock would break down the easiest. However, the results proved otherwise. In the first experiment, the extrusive igneous rock broke down the easiest, whereas in the second experiment, metamorphic rock did.
Nonetheless, we underestimated just how compacted the sediments in the sedimentary rocks are. We assume intrusive igneous rocks would be the rock type most likely to make up high cliffs at the seaside or hills. Metamorphic rock or lightly compacted sedimentary rock being the rock type most likely to form low cliffs or valleys.
If we were to prefer a rock material for a gravestone, we would go for an intrusive igneous rock such as granite, which has been proven to be the strongest. Therefore, this experiment gave us the opportunity to further explore the different types of rock and understand how each rock would respond to real-life erosion.
Guys, thanks for watching our video, man.
Bye, geographers!
I chime in with a haven't you people ever heard of?
What you'll need,
I have to get the papers that say our
we'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, but can someone tell me, is this how we really look in person? Because that's not it. No, but shut up.
What do we do?
Okay, so materials, guys.
Yeah.
You know this is going on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
You
Okay,
can
but
have it.
who's gonna watch
Any
it?
child
other than-
predator?
I don't think we're that important.
No, those are
They're-
such a teen.
Child
that's
predators.
me.
Child predators are gonna see us and be like, next. Like, it's fine.
What?
Okay.
What was that? Consonants? Like, I didn't ask you.
James.
Beatbox. Okay, sorry, we're good.
Religion. Yeah, this is a religion project I'm working on. Wait,
Why are your pants inside out?
It's not.
Why?
Why are you looking there?
I'm sorry. It's the only white thing for Miles. Tatiana.
Okay, anyways.
Hey MTV, welcome to my career.
Why are we doing this?
Just go.
my god, harder! Oh my god, kind of. Oh my god, it's cold shit. Oh my god, it's so cold.
Sorry, Sam.
Okay, we're good. Alright.
Now we need to set it up. Now we-
You got going.
Okay. We need to go for that.
Or someone should have a hammer, I just feel like.
Who has a hammer at this time of day?
It's in my locker. Want me to go get it?
We'll just, okay. Keep it there. While we talk.
Wait.
Girls, stay kids.
Okay. Oh yeah. Sorry.
And take the
Yeah. We will. Somewhere.
Sorry, I'm Casey. Wait.
Why did I know
Do you get it?
Do you get it?
So, I'm Casey.
Sorry, Sam.
Anyways, we need to go. For all the viewers out there, just know my pants are not inside out, okay? I'm folding it. Okay, anyways, that's all. Thank you.
So for him to get me from here, can I take the bus home and wait for him somewhere?
What are you doing? Oh, I was like, why is she taking it there? I'm like, that's my bag.
God?
What the fuck?
Oh my god, God. We're filming a geo project.
Yeah, but is anybody here with you guys?
No, we're waiting for him to be there.
I'm the last one to leave. You know that, right?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, go. So, what have you learned?
Okay, we're just gonna redo that.
I have the power of God and I am on my side. Oh shit, I wasn't recording.
Right here. Wait. Oh my god! Okay. Wait, my whole uniform is gonna be dirty. No, it's cold! No, wait. Wait, can you help me up? You have an ass on it. Can you help me up, please? Wait. Thank you.
Can you just do it? Because my face, you can tell it's Ash Wednesday and everything, and she was just can we just
Class, you have face paint and I have acne, so.
Oh my god.